Our focus is globally because only 6% of the world has a post-high school diploma, certificate, or degree. We believe there's people in the world that are desperate to be educated, and we're going to use all the devices, but we're going to use the content that makes sense for them. And without D2L as our learning management system, it would be impossible to be using these devices. This has taken us to the level that we're ranked 4th in the nation for student engagement. You see, every minute that technology and innovation can save the faculty, it goes towards engagement with students, and that makes a world of difference.
One of the best things I've gotten to do on the Brightspace platform is to integrate video lectures. Once I got them online, I realized that I could flip my classroom, and that freed up that whole 2 hours that I can bring exercises to the classroom and spend that whole 2 hours with hands-on learning in the lab where they can practice learning what I showed them how to do on the videos. The feedback that the students are giving me, both in person and on our student opinion survey, is that really helps them to learn and retain the information.
I used Brightspace in different ways, but one of the ways I found it particularly helpful for me was the fact that I was able to use it to relive the classroom experience by watching video recordings that the lecturer had captured and published on the Brightspace platform. That was truly invaluable in helping me as an international to be able to go back, rewind the lecture, pause it, and then go back again if necessary until I got the understanding that I needed to have to succeed in the class.
We have a global atmosphere culture on our campus. So in my class, I love to engage with all kinds of different culture students and use that platform, Brightspace, to integrate learning through the discussions. So in that point, it's kind of my sweet spot because I can totally understand the student. They can use the discussion platform to say something they could not say in the classroom. With the D2L Brightspace, I think that's just a great platform for them to engage each other, collaborate each other, and build their confidence in learning.
One of the most important things that Brightspace has offered for us is with their analytics to help us move the needle forward in order to really determine when is a student heading for problems, when is it that we may lose them, what do we need to do to retain them. We're able to respond, to make interventions, to keep that student on their pathway to success. That is a great benefit for our learning processes.
As a professor, you want to know what's working, what's not. So if I give a test one semester and I say, hey, they were really lagging at this point, well, then I go to the next semester and I say, hey, I changed this, I worked more on this area, how's that actually going to change sort of the outcomes and the learning of the students? And so I can get on Brightspace and I can actually look at these scores semester over semester, and it actually gives a detailed layout question by question, which actually, that data analytics makes it a lot easier than going back through and looking at all the different paper forms as you would have to in the last century.
Oral Roberts University is like every other institution. They're focused on retention, or some would call it persistence. As we have measured that, we have hit unprecedented numbers with retention. Why? Because of the D2L system, along with our student success department, who work hand in hand together to achieve these rates. As we look at those rates, we have went from rates of 63% in some areas up to 95.6%. That's a huge jump. None of this would be possible without the integration of D2L. Our faculty see D2L as the center of their universe. They log into it every day, the students log into it every day, and everything, whether it's the Fitbit, their grades, their success, even performance indicators, are all within the D2L system.